And with that, I'm going to ask you to unmute and go ahead and share with me. We're reclaiming the text at this point. And even if you didn't understand or necessarily agree with what I'm saying today, feel free to talk and share, because this is how we reclaim the text. This is how we have an opportunity to have the discussion about what it is that I've shared in this particular session. And again, I understand this is in a whole nother level of mysticism that for some be like, oh man, I know she done lost her mind. And that's okay. If that's where you feel that I'm coming from, that this sounds like some weird, crazy, twisted stuff, I get it, because everybody does not necessarily operate with the same types of concepts that I have. But even if you are that one that's like, STL, and we're still gonna be friends, we're still gonna be good with each other. We just know that this is an area and a direction, a realm that I've tapped on that your feet ain't ready to tap on right now. That's fine and good. But for those that can, I'm ready to listen, and for those that can't, I'm ready to listen as well. So with that, I'm going to stop and let you all chat this morning. Anybody? Good morning, Michelle and Shelly Thunder. I see y'all. Good to see you.
I just want to say that, and I'm just going to speak to the concepts, because I'm very appreciative of the out-of-the-box concepts. It really helps to open up your mind to other ways of thinking, other thoughts, other ideologies. And so I'm appreciative of it. I just want you to know that. I thank you for the teachings, because it really helps me to kind of stretch spiritually. So thank you for that.
Absolutely. And thank you for being open. And at this point, even if it's not a matter of understanding the concept in totality, at least being open to what I'm saying, I appreciate that. Good morning to you, Michelle. I see you. Yes. Anybody else? And thank you for sharing that, Rebel. I appreciate that. And let me with that also include, while somebody else might be getting your thoughts together, I have to tell you, sometimes, and I appreciate the Institute, because I can really talk about things that I believe and things that I want to share. These are types of concepts here that I probably wouldn't say out and about in public, because people are going to be looking, number one, crazy, and saying, oh, that she done lost her mind. She's talking about energies leaving the earth and this and that and the other. No, that's some weird stuff. And at the same time, it is, if you can embrace or at least unpack the basic concept of what I'm saying, because again, that idea that we are spirit and that energy never dies, that spirit never dies. And it's just that transition from one plane to another plane. When that assignment for those individuals is completed, and then we still have that space to pick up that void and fill it, and bring the boss energy that God has given to us and flow and go in it and with it. Also including and incorporating some of that energy that's been deposited in us by our loved ones that have accomplished their assignment and moved on, and to take that and to take that ball and run with it. I do believe that, and yet and still, like I said, thank you all, and I love this space, because I can actually talk about things that I feel and want to talk about, and not what I feel folks will choke on. And if I put this out there for general consumption, there are a whole lot of folk that they just couldn't go no further. So thank you all for allowing me to be able to share freely. And so thank you, Rebel. I appreciate that. It gives me, and I say that to you, Rebel, it gives me that opportunity to kind of breathe a sigh of relief that, y'all not sitting here listening to me like, what, STL done lost her mind. So thank you. Anyone else? And I'm going to shut up and let y'all talk.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I just had a few thoughts as you were saying, collecting your thoughts. And what's been resonating in my mind all week, and even when I woke up today, was what One Reason said in a stream: don't let your weight be a weight. And then piggyback on what Dr. Dady also teaches us, is pivoting past the discord. So try not to get caught up in current situations so we can activate and reclaim and execute our boss energy. That's kind of what's going on in my head right now as I'm listening to you, and being able to activate our own boss energy so we can execute whatever our purpose is.
Yes, yes. That is such a great point, Tall Pumps. And, because there's always going to be the tendency to come up against challenges. And I want to clarify the point for challenges, again, is not to take you out. It is a muscle building exercise, and to receive it as that. And I appreciate you acknowledging and helping that recall to remember there are going to be things that are going to come to try to pull you out of that boss energy. I promise you that there are things that come into my world to try to pull me out of my boss energy. And in those times, we'll take it to the connecting dust to dust. And in those times, that's where I will have that reconnect dust to dust and go back and have my vision quest and go back in silence and just let nature speak to me, to reassure me, to comfort me, to validate me, to clarify for me, you're on the right path. You're on the right path. You're on the right path. And this is how you're going to pivot past the discord. And then once I get that unction and I'm able to come back with that renewed and regenerated faith that, yes, I'm on the right path, then I can go out there with that boss energy and stay in it. But as you said, keeping that in idea that don't let the weight, W-A-I-T, become a weight, W-E-I-G-H-T, that weight, W-A-I-T, begins to cause areas of concern, doubt, confusion, wonderment. Is it going to happen? Is this just a pipe dream, or whatever the situation may be? Is this going to happen in my life? Is this going to happen for me? Am I just, all of those things come that want to really challenge us in that boss energy. And so we've got to, as Dr. Dady says, and I love that comment that she makes almost all the time. You've got to learn how to pivot past the discord. And again, I'm going to emphasize the purpose for that challenge is not to break us, but it's to build energy. It's to build character. It's to build stamina. It's to build strength. It's to build, not to break. It's to build and not to break. So I appreciate, and yes, you got Kai Chick. Very true. That's very true. And Rebel, both of them were definitely agreeing with what you're saying there, Tall Pumps. And so bear that in mind as you walk through this journey, and even knowing that the boss energy that's in you is not just for you, it's bigger than you. And with that, I want to kind of go back to the idea of what Queen Elizabeth at 10, at 10 years old, when her father went through coronation, at 10 years old, the weight, W-E-I-G-H-T, the weight, and yes, there was a weight, W-A-I-T, but the weight, W-E-I-G-H-T, that she must have realized at 10 years old that one day I'm going to have to be able to navigate all of this, and it's bigger than me. And not to shy away or shrink from or become overwhelmed by, but to step up to the plate because she knew her boss energy could do it. You understand what I'm saying? And that's the thing, even at 21, when she made that tremendous speech, not knowing that at 25, only 4 years later, she was going to have the full weight of that on her shoulders for the next 70 years. And from that, my takeaway, you can do it. It's in you. And God knows when everything that was deposited in you was placed there, you had the ability to accomplish it. With every vision comes provision. When God saw you and put those seeds of greatness in you and gave you that boss energy accordingly, God knew that you could do it. And that's many times where you just got to go back and regroup, remind yourself. As I said, for me, it's that point of pulling away and taking that and making that vision quest and communing dust to dust to get re-anchored and get regrounded, and then get clarification and clarity in my thinking. Excuse me. Even the song that was playing before we started class tonight, keep your mind right, keep your heart right, keep your mind right. He just keeps saying that, and prosper, everything in you, prosper. But you got to keep your mind right, keep your heart right. And as you said, pivot past the discord and don't let that weight become a weight. Thank you for that, Tall Pumps. Good stuff. Anyone else that wants to share? You guys are so powerful. Well, I hope that your quietness is reflection. And you may need to revisit. And as I said earlier, 2 times before you came in, I addressed the fact of your question this morning that you wanted to go back and be able to see the past teachings. And my goal with everything in me this week, I'm going to try and get all of those up, edited and up by end of this week, so you can go back and see all of them and be able to utilize them for yourselves in moving forward and pulling all of this together. But excuse me, I again want to say that you all, and I'm gonna just call you one by one and name by name: 2 Tams, Kai Chick, Michelle Browno, Sassy Cassie, Shelly Thunders, good to see you, sweetheart, Tall Pumps, Rebel, Truck Driver. Every last one of you are so very powerful, and you're so critical. And this is why I really today, I was like, identifying this huge power, this huge boss energy that has left the face of the earth. Huge. But yet and still, when I look at those of you that are just right here, and I think about if one can put 1,000 to flight and 2 can put 10,000 to flight. You understand what I'm saying? You're talking about power. You're talking about synergy. You're talking about when you bring all those powers together and allow them to flow in concert and in unison. Man, there is absolutely, we have enough right here. And I hope you all can really, and I'm not just saying this because it sounds like something cute to say. We have enough right here to transform this world. And I mean that. We have enough right here. Now, as I said, I want us to continue to evangelize. I want us to continue to say the boss energy isn't just for me, but who can I pass it to? Who can I pass this to? Who can I deposit this into? And just keep giving it away. Keep giving it, keep sharing it, because we, as we see it mushroom, know that there's strength in numbers. There's strength and power in numbers. But I'm going to go back again to that concept that if 1 can put 1,000 to flight, 2 can put 10,000 to flight. I promise you, if you exponentially do the calculations from the people that are right here today, there are enough of us right here in this space to change this world if we answer the call. If we answer the call. And it's just a matter of being you and doing whatever it is that is your boss energy. Do you. And last week we talked about I see me, and I'm going to continue with that as well as we get ready to close out today. I want you to make and take time to see yourselves. And I'm looking, Shelly Thunder, I just really want to say to you, Michelle Browno, really, every last one of you in here, Tall Pumps, Sassy Cassie, Rebel, Truck, man, Kai Chick, 2 Tams. If you could see you, if you could see yourselves like I see you. Oh my God. And I'm not just saying this. If each one of you could see yourselves the way that I see you, through the eyes of God, I see you, and I understand how potent you are, each one of you. I want you to see your potency. And that's why I said a long time ago, when I look in the mirror, I see power. Not power hungry, not power tripping, not power ego. But I can say this to each one of you because that's not even who you are anyway. So you don't have to look at, well, I don't want people to think I'm power hungry. You're not. So who cares? Some folk, I don't care what you do, they're not going to see you right. I don't want folk to think I'm power tripping. I don't want people to think I'm on some kind of power ego. Listen, stop that first and foremost and get the people out of your mind. And when you look in the mirror, I want you to see yourselves, because that's not who you are anyway. And one thing I had to learn for myself, I had to embrace and understand that ain't in me. I don't care if 5,000 people come and say STL is about this, STL is about that. If it ain't in me, it ain't in me. I have no problem with doing introspection and saying, is there something that's a little off? Is there something that's a little amiss? But babies, believe you me, when I know something ain't in me and it's not in me, everybody and their mama can come and accuse me of it. I don't care. People be like, you should open your mouth and say something. I don't have to, because I know that's not in me. I'm not going to be distracted. And I want you all to walk in that energy of confidence. I want you to walk in that energy of knowing that all of that negativity that always likes to try to present itself to try to keep you down, to try to keep you from manifesting, that tries to keep you from walking in your boss energy, bypass that stuff. Bypass it. Don't even give it the time of day. Don't even avert your eyes. Don't even look that direction. Because when you know that's not in you, just keep it moving. But I do want you to look in the mirror, beloved. And I want you to look in the mirror and see power, because every last one of you are dynamos. I promise you that. And I want you to see yourselves for who you are and then manifest. And some of you have started coming into a place. Shelly Thunder, you blessed me on last week because you said, I'm already doing some of that. So I feel like I'm in a good place. And I loved that. I loved that. And knowing it, that's the first element. You got to know it. You've got to know it. You understand what I'm saying? You've got to know it for yourselves. But then once you know it, manifest it. Once you know it, manifest it, and do it unapologetically. Do it intentionally. Manifest it, Rebel. That's it. Manifest it. And I'm gonna tell you, that's even for me, Rebel. The spirit this morning when I got it, it's like manifest. This is a call to action. Now manifest it. It's one thing to have it. It's another thing to know it. It's another thing. And it's essential that we manifest it. And I release you all today to that energy, to that boss energy that God has deposited in you. Come on with that amen. I see you, Shelly Thunder. I release you to your boss energy. And again, the same way these energies, these boss energies have left this earth realm and this plane as we know it, the need to fill that void, I want you to understand, it's fallen to us. Do it. Manifest and walk in your boss energy. And with that, I'm getting ready to get out of here unless somebody else has something that you want to say. Unmute yourselves and I'll give you a hot second. Otherwise, if everybody is, as my great uncle used to say, Uncle Malin, if all hearts and minds are clear, we're going to get ready. All right. Go and manifest. Call to action and write it down. Write it down in your journal. Make it plain. Write the vision and make it plain. I love y'all. I love you too, Michelle. I love you. Okay. You guys, we'll see you on next week and we'll pick it up. Do some self-care. And I just feel that Do some self-care. Everybody in here, do some self-care this weekend. You're so welcome, Kai Chick. You're so welcome. I love you, sis. Do some self-care this weekend. Do some introspection this weekend. Do some stuff just for you, Shelly Thunder. I see you. So much love to you. Do something for yourselves this weekend. Let's take a break, take a breather. Just slow it down, slow your roll. Take care of you. Take care of Ty. I love you too, Tall Pumps. Take care of you. And we'll see you back here next week. I love you so much. I see you, Kai Chick. I see you typing. Do something for yourself this weekend and make yourself feel special, because you are. You really, really are. All right. I see y'all typing. I just love you all. I love you. And I saw your thank you earlier too, Tams. I want to acknowledge that. And you're very welcome. You're very welcome. And I'm going to tell you what, I appreciate you asking this morning, because listen, God's been in my back about getting this stuff up and getting it out there for you guys. So I thank you for the nudge. Thank you for the nudge. In everything, be intentional with purpose. Come on with that, Shelly Thunder. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. In everything, be intentional with purpose. Do something for yourself. That's a whole nother lesson. Oh, come on, Michelle. Do we need to have a coaching section? Do we need to have a private consult on that? Because baby, I want you to do some Michelle time this week. Come on, Shelly Thunder. I want you all to do some personal time this week. And I mean that. Ain't no try. Wait a minute. Let me tell you what something. My grandfather pastored, and somebody got up and said, I want y'all to pray for me as I attempt. He said, don't attempt, do it. Don't attempt, do it. So listen, Michelle, I'm going to tell you, don't attempt, do it. Come up here talking about as I attempt. No, ma'am. No, sir. Do it. Oh, Tall Bumps, I love you. I love you so much. I do. And I'm glad it motivates you, because you motivate me too. You motivate me too. Do or do not. There is no try in Yoda voice. But that's for all of us, Shelly Thunder. That's for all of us, dear. Listen, don't y'all try. Y'all do it. Self-care. Truck driver, self-care. Rebel, come on, Tall Pumps. Sassy Cassie, Kai Chick, Two Tams, self-care. That's what I'm speaking over y'all this weekend. Do something for yourself. Do something for yourself. All right. Do something for yourselves. All right. I love you. We're going to get up out of here and do it. Don't attempt. Do it. I love y'all. Have a great Saturday and the rest of the weekend. I see you, Kai Chick. Certainly. Please do. Please do. Please do. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. Mad love to you. You're welcome, Michelle.